URT, who are we? URT, who are we? URT Army. We won a match. We've won a game. We've won a game. We have actually won a game, people. Hey, let's be having you. Let's wait for the people to get in here. But we've won a game. Hey, when's the last time Manchester United won a game, people? Hey, when's the last time we actually won a game? Big up. Let's not gas this win. I like Jamie Wade. Jamie Wade, don't you ever change, lad. Don't you ever change. Do not change, my friend. Do not change. Honestly, you crack me up. You crack me up. Yeah, we won a game, people. We won a game. Yeah, man. Big up. Big up United. Big up, man. Big up to you. Listen, we won a game. It is what it is. What it is. Manchester United won a game, so we scored 2 good goals today. I've got to say, I really enjoyed the 2 goals. I enjoyed the 2 goals. Jamie Wayne, come on, you must have enjoyed the 2 goals. You must have enjoyed the 2 goals. I enjoyed the 2 goals. I thought the 2 goals were brilliant. Brilliant cross by Rashford to Garnacho. Took it really well. Even though he was quite wasteful in the first half, his decision making is not all there. I know some people give him man of the match, but nah, he didn't make the right decisions majority of times, and he was our most dangerous player today. Rashford, I put it on the thing. Is it his? What do you think defensively for me was his best performance in a long time? Long time. Obviously, he got an assist, but defensively today, if you watch the game, obviously the camera follows the ball. But anytime Diego Dalot was making these crazy runs to try to break the lines, Rashford would spring back into fullback. He would sprint back into fullback, and he would actually try to cover for Diego Dalot. So let's be real out here, people. Let's be real. Erik ten Hag in the second half changes when you score and everyone's happy. You see the motivation, the confidence is growing. Yeah. I think when we got the equaliser, man, for 15, 20 minutes, man, we stepped it up the tempo. But that's all we do. We play for 15, 20 minutes here and there. And that's all right. So the first half, I was like this. I was falling asleep, man, the first half. I was not about it in that first half. So, yeah. Big up to people, though. But yeah, we won a game. We won a game, people. We have actually won a football game. And 1 win, sat in 10th. I'm not getting giddy because we haven't turned the corner. Made up for the 3 points. I'm waiting until after the Leicester game on the 10th of November before international break. I enjoy the goals, yeah. Big up William. Big up Will. Big up Will. Ten Hag. Here says Ten Hag. We showed a little bit better structure in the second half, but the first half was not bad. We also had good moments, produced some good chances. We did not score. Did we, though, to be fair? I mean, Garnacho should have done better, 100%. Garnacho should have done better. I'm not going to sit here and tell you lot that Garnacho should have done better. But, yeah, the best chances fell to him. Rashford on the right looks a bit weird, to be fair, honestly. I would have preferred Ahmad to play today. And maybe Rashford and Garnacho sharing the right-hand side. I would have preferred that. For me, I thought Rasmus, that was his best game in a Man United shirt this season by absolute mile. Yes, he was miscontrolling the ball a couple of times, but I thought he did some silky little spins certain time in the game. I thought he was silkiness and spins were there for everybody to see. So, yeah. Yeah. If I was Diego Ligt, I would have took the yellow card and stayed on the pitch. Yeah, Mufc, I saw you today. I was trying to shout you. I was sitting by a block away from you, and I saw you going crazy when the goal went in. I saw you. I tried to shout you. You looked in my direction, then sat back down. Especially when we scored, I was like, Mopsy! I was trying to shout you, bro. You didn't hear me, man. Yeah. Especially that what happened, we conceded it was an unfair goal. Well, to me, it's up to the player. To me, the Ligt should have took the yellow. For the blood, I would have just wiped it off with my shirt and played on. I would have took the yellow. I'm not going off the pitch. My team's about to flip in corner. Let the corner happen, then I'll go off the pitch. Big up Mubsy. Mubsy says, I had to treat myself to some Nando's because we won. The win is important as we're struggling to score, but Brentford were poor, to be honest. Decent win, though. Yeah. Now, 100%. I think that sums up the game. I think 100%. Big up to you, though. Listen up. I'm supposed to have Tom, Sean, supposed to have Jarvis, Bumbaye. Here comes Bumbaye. Me and Bumbaye went to the game today. We went to the game. Me and Bumbaye. Bumbaye is about better. Watch out. Alessandro Garnacho on Brentford's goal. We were a little bit angry because we were 10 players and out of the time a bit. And then we conceded. Yeah. But the manager said we have to keep playing how we are. We have to fight for each other. Okay, big up to you. Lesso is here as well. Big up Lesso. Big up Bumbaye. So big up Lesso. So yeah, I'm gonna say this. Big up Jarvis as well. How you doing, Lesso? How's that Southern Africa? How we doing out there? I can't hear you, bro.
Evening, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can't hear you, Lesso. You're on mute. You're on mute, bro.
Sorry, bro. You're working with amateurs here, man.
Lesso, I can't hear you still. No.
He's lost for words after 2-1.
He's so shocked after the 2-1. Lesso, you need to come back. Come back, yeah. Come back. Big up to you. Thomas Frank on the Ligt for stuff. I think it's a good refereeing, if I'm honest. If Man United took the corner and we took Nathan Collins out because he was bleeding, then they would want to take the corner. Ten Hag, the Ligt on the incident, it was dry blood. He was already treated for it. We didn't understand why he sent him off. It was a huge moment because Brentford were very good with corners. And we're missing one of our best headers of the ball. Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy thing. Alessandro Garnacho says here, I know Rashford, we worked on it in training this week. I know he's a good crosser, so I have to be ready in the far post when he crosses, and I knew I would take it on the first time. Bumbaye, how you doing? Talk to me. We were there. Big up to you. You were the driver for the crazy operation today. Operation to Old Trafford. You know? Yeah. Big up to you. Big up Jarvis. So you want to tell the people a little bit about our operation today? Bumbaye.
So why don't you, man? I think you articulate better this whole.
So basically, I had to go to the game today, and I really wanted to see what the games are. So it was an important game to go to. And so Bumbaye had to come pick me up. I'm staying out in the outskirts of the city. I'm not 12 minutes away by bike, and I take that for granted. I just cycle to Old Trafford. 12 minutes door to door. Get off the bike, lock the bike up, go to the stadium. Boom, come out. Boom, everybody's stuck in traffic, and I'm just like that. Cycling back home. And so we had to leave a bit early. We got there a bit late, and we had to leave a bit early to get out of the mad traffic. Big up. I'm still, by the way, at our Nickies, and I have to be careful. You have to still monitor me tonight, Jarvis, Bumbaye, Lesso, that I don't speak too loud. big up Tom as well. We're here. The adventures have all come at exactly the similar times. So you have to keep my tempo down. But big up everybody. Welcome to the URT. This is the URT. We are the URT. And you know what? We won a fucking game. Eh? When was the last time we said we won a game? Eh?
Oh yeah,
4 weeks ago. We won a game. And guess where we are tonight, people? That was the biggest mid-table clash. We are 10th, baby. 10th. We've climbed above Brentford. We've climbed above. You know what?
Virtually 11.
Onwards and upwards.
We need to climb the mountain, he said. We need to climb the mountain. I've been to the mountain top. He thought he was Martin Luther King, man. But we took a little step in that mountain climb, and we're 10th tonight, people. We are 10th in a table. So what a brilliant little mid-table clash. And the first half was like a mid-table clash because I was aspect of it. I was like, other than the bit where we got the ball to Garnacho and isolated their fullback one-on-one, other than that, I was like, I was yawning, absolutely yawning. But second half, different body language, different energy, different tempo. Got the goal straight away. I thought fantastic pass by Rashford and Nacho in the fair post. And for the first time in a game, he took his goal really well. His decision making today was dreadful in the game. Whether to shoot, somebody needs to coach him on that. When to shoot, when to pass, when to hit the target. All those different things need to be worked on. But he was dangerous throughout. And the Liverpool reject, he had him on toast today. That Liverpool reject, he was playing on the right hand side for them, right back. Garnacho had him on toast. But his decision making was shocking. But for me, Rasmus Højlund, for me, brilliant when the centre halves dived in on him, brilliant little bit of turns. Yes, it was his best game in the Man United shirt this season. And I told you, look, he's a type of player that needs 4 or 5 games to come back to find a rhythm. And he looked sharper today. Yes, could he have done better holding the ball up at times? Could he have done better passing the ball and linking up the play? But I thought on the whole, I give him a plus. And the 2 goals Manchester United scored today were fantastic. I don't remember the last time I enjoyed such a brilliant goals. The Eriksen pass, the little flick by Bruno, the dink. Come on. Superb goals. If you've said the second goal is properly constructed goal. The first goal, great pick out. I thought, for me, the Ligt, I would have took the yellow card. I would have wiped the blood away with my shirt and refused to get off the pitch, especially when your team and there's a couple of minutes to go before halftime. I don't know why he did that. I would take the yellow. For me personally, I'm not about that. I rather not concede and take a yellow. I will always take the yellow. But yeah, Rasmus, I was trying to not fight too much with defenders. I was trying to focus on getting the ball on my feet. Yeah, he did that. I'm trying to bring everything I can every time I step on the pitch, and especially here at Old Trafford. Yeah. So big up to Sheikh Arian, Chief of the United Real Therapy tonight. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I'll go to you, Jarvis, first. How did you see that game?
Yeah, there was a lot of things going on, and it was a good game. I would say the first 20 minutes was dreadful. We had really big problems with our press play. Basically, our press play is not good enough because we don't commit enough. The
shadow pressers were back. The shadow pressing was back.
Well, the first 20 minutes, yes.
Yeah, the shadow pressing was horrendous. The first 20 minutes.
Well, yeah. but it comes all the way from the back, our centre backs, especially today was Johnny Evans, who didn't commit enough pressing forward, because when we press, we need to go man to man. But when we press with the 2, I would say Brentford did what usually teams do when they play against the front 2. They split up the centre backs wide and push up the full backs, and then it's difficult for the 2 number 10s or strikers or number 9s to press. So and Damsgaard, the Danish guy, he just dropped in between and received the ball, played it out to the open centre back again, and then they could drive the ball forward and have control in the game. So it happens a lot of the time. So the first 20 minutes they put us under pressure. They had the ball, but usually, but I would say it comes down to to our intensity in the game. We weren't intense enough. We were too sloppy. It looked like we were a little bit like off in the first 20 minutes, but things improved after that. I would say the second part of the first half, we dominated more of the ball because we did some adjustments in our press play, and we also did better when we played out from the back. So we were in control of the game, but the intensity wasn't there. Then the unfortunately thing happened with the Ligt. He started bleeding. I don't think he could have gone off, taken a yellow card, because the referee was aware and told him to leave the pitch. He wouldn't have started the play without him off the pitch, so he couldn't have taken a yellow card, in my opinion. But I am very. We will probably talk about this later, but I'm very displeased with our medical team again. How can they take off the Ligt 3 times and don't be able to stitch him up or give him a bandage or anything? It was dreadful. But we will talk about that more later. Second half was really good. We were aggressive. We were tenacious. We were pressing high. We were winning the ball. We won most of the 50-50 duels. We were more accurate on the ball. We weren't wasteful. I would say a little bit of the decision-making when we are attacking was off. I see a lot of shots, long shots from Casemiro, long shots from Bruno, and Garnacho wasteful on his chances. He had 8 shots, I believe, in this game, but only 1.04 XG during the game. So we should most likely be more clinical on his chances. But then again, we won the game, so I'm happy. I can't complain, and I see improvements. Yeah.
Kumbaye.
Well, yeah, we I don't think we got the. I think we missed about the first 10 minutes. No, something like that. I thought today first half was just a little bit of a boring game, not much happening. But second half, Man United really turned it around. I thought the low was good cover today. And going forward, there's no issues at all with him. But there was always good cover from him. Thought De Ligt was nice today, just calm, calmer. He's getting into it a little bit more. I think Licht's calmness on the ball and his ability to not panic and pick a pass is a good attribute being deployed on the left, but you're not going to see him flying down that wing and getting a ball in and overlapping anybody. That's the drawback of him there. But for now, that's okay. I mean, we don't remember Onana really making any saves. Brentford were not really looked like scoring. They were pretty much nullified. But I thought everybody played pretty good. Casemiro was good today. I thought he did some good things. Did a few daft things, but he did well. Bruno, I know me and you, Nuruddin, we seen it a little bit differently. Not miles apart, but I liked him today because Bruno, if you noticed, was doing Kobe Mainoo's work today. He was the one taking the ball and starting the moves. And then we found him popping up on the right wing, and then some nice passages with Rashford and Delo. And it was nice and simple today. He didn't really, he wasn't doing a lot of Hollywood, if you notice. He kept it ticking over. He was sensible. And when you're at the game, the one thing that I do notice with Bruno, which I really like, and I'm adamant he is the captain. I wouldn't change him. The way that he's interacting with all the players constantly is something that I really, really think shone through today. And you won't really see that on the telly. I won't see that on the telly usually. But when you're at the game, we were sat like right next to the players today. I'd never sat there before, so big up Dino for that. I thought, yeah, man, I liked it. Rashford today, very, very good. Very good. Going forward, going backwards.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the Rashford that I want to see. Go at them players, man. Do that thing. Terrify them. And he's doing it again. Great pass to Garnacho for the goal. And Højlund today was excellent. Really liked it. Strong, hold up play with purpose. Not even holding onto the ball much. There was a lot of nice flicks, nice first time passes for us to get away. You know, he was a good guy to play off today. I thought the brightest spark for us was Garnacho. He made a lot of those chances and he worked the keeper, which was what was important. He, you know, had him on toast, left foot, made the keeper work on the near post twice, had a good shot at him 3 times. That keeper worked, I can remember, from Garnacho. So it's not that he's gonna score, but you work
His
the
decision
keeper.
making was shocking, though.
Well, he's not known for that, is he? He needs to improve that. As soon as he gets it, his head is down. So he's got to improve that. But I said last time against Villa, Ten Hag favours him because he doesn't know when he's down, that kid. Even if he's having a shocker, he's just going to keep going at that fullback. In spite of his size and the fact that he yields in strength, he's courageous. He's not easily deterred. He keeps going. So today, man, I have to say, a really good turnaround. Very, very good second half performance. You know, we brushed Brentford aside. To me, they didn't offer us no big trouble for my money anyway. That second half.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, evening, everyone. How are we doing?
How are you doing, Tom? First of all, where are you? Are we in the Seven Hills?
Yeah, we're still in Sheffield.
We're still in the seven coldest hills in the land, people.
It's actually been quite warm today, you know. I heard it was.
Are we on a red
Manchester
stripe tonight?
now.
Are we on a red stripe, or are we on the JD and the JD on the rocks?
We've got nice JD with ice. We can put his feet up for fucking once. The weekend's not going to be ruined. But yeah, no,
that's one good thing. That's one good thing, Tom.
You can have a nice drink, nice result at the weekend. We can take the piss out of whoever we want for a change instead of getting the taking piss out of us. But look, if we break the game down, look, the first half, guys, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was great. I did think it was a game of two halves. I don't think Brentford was brilliant in the game. Don't get me wrong. You can only play what's in front of you. Brentford didn't turn up today. I don't.
Their away record, Tom. It's one of the worst.
We know about the away
from last season.
We know about the away record, Dino. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's whatever team you put out or you set your team up how to play it. So Thomas Frank's got to go back to the drawing board and see where it's gone wrong for them so far this season because they haven't won away from home. I mean, I don't even think they've got a point away from home anywhere. But look, if we base it off of ourselves, I think the starting 11 is probably the best that we could put out. Given the fact that you've got players like Mino out and Mazraoui's just had surgery done as well, so there's a couple of anomalies out there that we had to go around. But I think the starting 11 was quite good. I liked the fact that Fernandes was brought into a more deeper role, as Bombay has already pointed out, the Kobe Mino sort of role, where he had the ball at feet, he dictated the play. He didn't do this. We always associate this anyway with our club being in shadow pressing. The shadow pressing was back. The only difference was he didn't have Fernandes running 50 yards towards a player or anything like that because he was deeper. It was in a much deeper role. It was more contained of him. And it was almost like the kid that we saw back at Sporting, that we bought, who was a number 8. But we've never played him there, guys. He's always been a number 10. I don't know why we've never done it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has questions to answer about it. Ragnick, even Ten Hag up to now has questions to answer why he hasn't tried it as a solution or mechanism for it. Look, at the end of the day, other players, if we break down the performance, I thought Garnacho had a quite a good game on that side. He had the fullback on toast. I don't know who the guy is anyway. I know he used to play for Liverpool anyway. Shitbag.
Is it Flacken or something? What's his name? The guy.
Vanden something.
Yeah, Vanden from Liverpool.
Vandenberg, that's it. Yeah, well, he had the kid. It was almost like talent versus talent, and he fucking completely burnt the guy out. But even if we face it with midfield, I like Eriksen again. In the sort of spaces that he gets into, guys, and I've said this before, he's a proper number 10. He doesn't need legs to run around anything, guys. He's in the right areas, in the right spaces. And when I saw that chance where he got into the box, guys, I think it was in the first half, and the ball came through to him and he put it over the bar and he didn't get it on controlled or on target. But I've not seen Bruno Fernandes in that position for months. in that sort of area where a number 10 should be. Where if he's not dictating the play or putting balls in the box, he should be in the box as well. Eriksen showed us today about that with the number 10 role. And look, at the end of the day, even if we base it off of it, Rashford, brilliant cross at the back post. We don't see him do it enough. I don't see Marcus Rashford put balls in the box, guys, hardly ever. He's normally the guy that runs at people. It's something different. Højlund again today, coming into the game, do I think it suited a player like Højlund? Yes, because you need players to stretch the line. You need Pinnock and you need the centre halves to be mobile and be moving in and around so you can create space for players like Garnacho, Rashford, Eriksen. They thrive off of having that bit of space and that bit of time to, deliver an end product or put the ball in the back of the net. And if you don't have that space, you're not really going to do much in the game. But again, I thought some players as well, Martinez, I thought it was much better performance today than what we've seen in the last couple of weeks. And the one thing that I'm going to say anyway is, for what a lot of people say that we lack with the leadership element, I can see that there is definitely one leader in this team that I do like going forward to the future, and that's Ligt. Because a lot of players, guys, I've seen people bottle it when they get a bit of blood in their face or they get a bit of cut and they think, oh, fucking hell, I can't be asked to carry on. Listen, if he gets taken off with the goal, yeah, I agree with Dino. I think he probably should have just took the yellow card, seed the game out, got us into half-time at 0-0. But at the end of the day, anybody who's seen his reaction from the end of it, guys, it was just as frustrated as everybody else. But according to form anyway, it was the set-piece coach that had delegated to Ten Hag and told him that Ligt's got to come off medically. And then the medical staff have tried to treat him again on the touchline. Jarvis, is correct with what he said. Medical teams are fucking shambles. Listen, we know this for years, guys. They can't even put a fucking bandage on someone's head. And we wonder why we've got players out for fucking... Malacia, I've not seen the guy fit for a year. I'm not surprised with the people when they can't put a bandage on someone's head. Are we surprised? We're really not fucking surprised. But it's criminal at this football club when you've got the medical department that we have with the sort of high-level players that we have. But at the end of the day, it's a base that we can work off of coming after a poor start to the season. And look, I hope for everybody's sake and for all our sakes, it's something that we can take going forward. But if they go to Istanbul and play Fenerbahce and they stink the place out and shit it out, this game's for nothing. So at the end of the day, take it in your stride, take a bit of morale. And all I'm going to say to them is, if you go over there and you get a lead, 2-0 like we've done in Europe before, just don't fucking bottle it, lads. Keep calm, keep control of the ball, keep disciplined. Nobody gets sent off, hopefully. Fernandes didn't get sent off again, so that's a good point. But we can take it in our stride and hopefully go forward. But I thought, it was a game of two halves. Second half, we just flew out of the traps and Brentford couldn't really deal with the tempo that we were playing at that time. But listen, I'm not going to take anything away from the performance. I thought a lot of the players improved themselves and stepped up the levels today. But I will give Ten Hag the credit in terms of, I think the selection for what he had at his disposal is probably the team that I think a lot of us would have chosen.
That's so. Come and hear you now. Speak something, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly now. Loud and clear. How do you see the game? You were so shocked that your microphone stopped working because you were so shocked United won.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, what can I say? I did tell Jarvis as well before I left last night that at least we should win, man. At least they gave us a win. Yeah. So it's something at least positive, But overall, judging on the game, I mean, the first half, we created only half chances, obviously through Garnacho as well. We played more coherent, I'd say, enterprising, I'd say, football, or rather, should I say, Brentford did that in the first half. It was kind of like, I'd say, it was a game where teams, Brentford had a good one half, and then Man United had had a good half in the second half. So both teams essentially could not play or maintain levels So in essence, Brentford have known to be like a team that only plays good in the first half. They start very well. So apparently they scored about 7 goals in the first half this season alone, or is it 5? I think it's 5, and they scored 7, and I think they conceded 2, according to the match reports. So then they're very good starters essentially, but that they burn out in the second half, like similar problems that we have at Man United. We're a good one half team, so I think that worked for us in the second half. I think where they dropped off, we picked up, and we improved highly overall. And we started after that. We got the early equalizer, which was crucial in the second half. We built on from that. We gave them more pressure. We kept attacking them, and they just couldn't deal with us. They couldn't deal with Rashford. They couldn't deal with Garnacho's movements as well. Højlund also came to the fray as well. And yeah, man, it's that game that actually it favored us. Towards the end, they were literally gassed out, I think, in the second half. So 3 points collected. I don't see too much negativity. I think we still need to improve on the fact that we need to be a 2-half team. We can't be playing one half well, and then that needs to be sorted out if we want to survive going forward. And yeah, we actually 11th now. Bournemouth actually leapfrogged us. They 10th actually right now, and then Fulham is just above them. So we can't catch a break in but no, overall, on the positive side.
Big up Areola though. Big up Areola. Big up Areola. And can I just say,
man, I mean,
1 second, Lesso. Condolences to Steve Bruce on the death of his 4-month grandchild. Losing a grandchild that young. He's a Manchester United captain and legend, Steve Bruce. So yeah, condolences to him and his family. And shout out to all the Palestinians who are getting brutalized and getting absolutely unalived. And the genocide, the G-side that's going on over there. The footage that we're seeing daily that's coming out of Gaza, it's unbelievable. The level of inhumanity.
Did you see the one with the drone?
Oh yeah,
it came out today.
The level of inhumanity. These people are just
animals. Yeah,
evil.
Yeah.
Evil. Yeah. It's hell on fire right now. But we stand in total solidarity with all the people resisting imperialism and colonization. Whether it's in Africa, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's in Gaza, where the Western countries, Western nations are basically supporting the genocide, arming the genocide, aiding, money-wise, military, intelligence, doing all sorts of things. All sorts of things. And fuck you to those fucking leaders. Fuck you to all those fucking genocidal bastards, and fuck to the military industrial complex. Fuck to all the weapon manufacturers that babies are being absolutely. I can't talk because listen. So I just want to say that, but condolences to Steve Bruce. Lesso, do you want to finish? Did you want to say anything else before I interrupted you rudely? I'd like to get the super chat. Let me just get the super chat. Big up the panel, Free Palestine. Hit the like, subscribe, share. It was good second half, but the boring first half. Sucks to be an Arsenal fan tonight. Hold tight, Arsenal fans tonight. Areola, sunk.
Andoni.
Yes, literally dunked you in tonight. The man from the bus ducked you in.
He's a good manager, Andoni Iraola. He's a good manager.
That's who I want to replace Eriksen.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, we know that in the Premier League, he's the guy to go and get. But big up, Lesso, you want to finish up? Big up, Ben. Hope you're doing well.
No, as I was saying that with regards to, I think, we got the 3 points. We 11th now. We climbed up 3 places. So, it's not such a bad thing. I wish we would have at least got to 10th place, but it is what it is. But on the other side, on the negative side, medical stuff is a joke. I saw that Ligt was not patched up properly, which he should have been done. Then all of that would have been avoided. So
What did they do?
ended
Did they
up
just like slap some Vaseline on his head or whatever? Nuruddin,
Yeah.
did you see from the stands? Did they patch him up or whatever? What did they do?
It was the other side to us, and he was just getting pissed off, especially when the goal went in. He was losing his shit.
But yeah, it's some sort of Vaseline to stop the blood. They didn't stitch him. And they didn't put a bandage on him either.
They were supposed to stitch him because that cut, when I saw it on TV, when they flashed it, it was actually quite deep. So I thought they would stitch him, for that kind of thing. But it is what it is. They can't even diagnose that, and that's a basic. They teach you that at first aid classes. So it is what it is. But besides, I think that's all for the negative side. Besides us not being able to still be a 2-half team essentially, but overall, I think going forward, we should be trying to be playing well in both halves, to give ourselves chances, to win more games and climb up the table a little bit. But yeah.
I see we are on 44 likes, people. So come on, guys, smash the like if you're watching the show. It's
yeah, big up, people. Listen, big up. Big up to Khalees. Khalees, enjoy your night out, man. You deserved United win. You're out tonight. He says, hey, all are out at the moment. We'll watch the stream later. Listen, enjoy your night out. Yes, Rashford I thought this was Rashford's best game in a long, long time as a Manchester United player today. Defensively, what he was doing with me and Bombay in the stadium. Actually, when Diego Dalot was going forward, making these crazy forward runs, Rashford will run back to the right back position, right, to cover for him. And defensively today, he won a couple of 50-50s. He actually worked really hard. He tried to take people on and get the ball across. He wasn't playing for himself today. I thought his team play was really good. That's the best I've seen from body language-wise, energy-wise, tempo-wise from Rashford in a long, long, long time. Today, he was on my side in the first half because they were shooting towards the Stretford, and Boumbaye sat on the other, just a block away from me. And I was telling him, Marcus, come on! And he looked at me like that, had a little smile on his face. But I was like, come on! I'm literally this close to the pitch, like literally from this wall to the door. That's how close we were. We were sitting on pitch side today. And the players could hear me. Lisandro Martinez was on my side. I was like, Licha, come on! And then I was trying to wind up Mbeumo. I was like, Mbeumo, get out of Licha's pocket, lad. Get out of his pocket. What are you doing? Get off. Get off. Leave his pocket, man. Come on, sit next to me.
Fantastic.
You know me, people. I talk so much shit on the football pitch. But yeah, big up to Rashford. 80 goals, 40 assists. I think he's equal Beckham, if I'm not mistaken. I think maybe Ryan Giggs has got more.
Bro, somebody put it earlier. Beckham got 80.
Only
Giggs
Ryan
has got
more
164.
assists. Yeah, Ryan Giggs got more assists. So big up to Rashford. And like I said, him and Rasmus really impressed me today in the second half. First half, I'm not going to lie to you, Jarvis. You can dress it up however you want. Even when Garnacho opening spaces, we didn't create shit. There was no fucking rhythm. We were just giving the ball to Garnacho, saying Garnacho just run at him. There was no intricacy in attacking ways that I could see it, right? But we were in control of the game. We limited them. We were limiting them to long balls, playing anytime we had a corner, they tried to quickly play out, to that. So, yeah, we were not in danger in terms of the game. But I remember there was one pass. The guy actually played it right in front of me. And he played this ball. And I think it's what you were talking about in terms of the way we pressed. He played a pass, right, in the left back position, right in front of me, directly in front of me. And he went straight through the midfield and he cut both Evans and the Ligt open. And Mbeumo got the ball. Now, obviously, the Ligt then slowed the guy up and then he passed the ball again. But, yeah, the gaps between the midfield, the defence and the attack was too open in terms of the press. I thought in the second half we did a lot better. I thought the attitude of the players to come out second half after conceding that goal, I think that galvanized the whole stadium. Bumbayo can tell you. Everybody in the halftime was like, what the F was that? We were all fuming that he asked the Ligt to go. And by the way, the Ten Hag interview I watched, he said that the blood was dry. It wasn't wet blood, so the blood was dry, so he could have stayed on the pitch. But the referee, they did that. But at the end of the day, I would have took the yellow card. I'm saying to the referee, I'm not going off because we're just cornered against one of the best set-piece teams in the country. That's who we're playing against, right? So I'm not coming off. Give me the yellow, no problem, right? I'll wipe. There's no blood. I'm like, it's not wet. But the fact that they didn't stitch him up, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. But the goals were fantastic. And the death finish, like Rasmus today, he did 2 or 3 where the centre half really like tries to win the ball before. And 2 or 3 times he got really fouled and no yellow card for their defender. He got taken out twice out of the game. Like twice. The defender comes through and clips him in the ankle and they just play on. And then Diego Dalot does exactly the same thing to their player. He gets his first yellow card. I mean, officiating. Shocking. But I thought tonight, a couple of really nice spins. But again, Garnacho, poor decision-making. At times, I thought throughout the whole game, Casemiro did all right. But some of the decision-making on the passes were horrendous as well. Bruno as well, shooting from mad angles, horrendous. Casemiro the same. Wasteful, really wasteful at times. But on the whole, I thought the 2 wide guys and Rasmus, I thought our front 3, I called them the road runners. It was a type of game for road runners. It was those type of game. I think Brentford were better than us in midfield at times. They were over-numbering us. And I think this Casemiro came in. I thought he made some fantastic interceptions at times. He won the ball back. But at times as well, they had the Danish lad, the skinny kid, running our back four.
Damsgaard.
Yeah, Damsgaard. Him and the other guy, their captain, both of them were finding themselves free. Yeah, they were both finding themselves free. But I think they miss Wusa. Honestly, looking at the game, Wusa and Mbeumo connection is really good. But Mbeumo today, honestly, I think Ligt, even after he went to the shower, I think he's still holding on to his his leg. You know what I mean? Like that. Take me with you. You know, that's what he's doing. But you should have seen the look he gave me, man. I forgot to tell you that on the way back, Bombay, the look that he gave me. Because I was like, don't let him try to push you. And then
that poor guy spent his whole second half basically next to you.
Yeah, he did.
That was where the whole action is.
That's it. That's what he did. But pick up, and people, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. The channel is still shadow banned. We're not demonetized anymore, but we're shadow banned, right? And what's been so good is that we've got the likes for the videos, for the length of the videos that we've done them. And then people have heard about the videos because we got the likes. More people see it, then more people subscribe to the channel. So that's what needs to happen, people. In terms of what bits that I didn't like, I thought Onana played too many long balls. Yes, one time we could have scored, Diego Dalot, but I thought a lot of times he was hoofing it up and we weren't playing it from the back. At times I was like, this is what we've got the players that we have for. And you got Lissandro left actually, and he can play out on that side. But at times, he likes to take his time, Onana, and he likes to just and then hit a long ball, direct ball. And at times I'm like, to who? You know what I mean? And yes, at times he found Højlund. At times he did find Diego Dalot. But other times I'm like, we could have played it out a bit better. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to moan. 3 points. I thought we were 10th. But, hey, I'll take it if it's Areola tonight and Bournemouth dunking on Arsenal. And I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, it was a straight red. He didn't have to go to VAR. That was a straight red. I don't know what Saliba's doing there. Even if he got to that side of you, you've got pace to catch him up. You've got pace. You don't back yourself. What is he doing? But anyway, it's not an Arsenal channel. This is a Manchester United channel. Jarvis, I'll go to you. Then we go Bombay, then go back.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a comment on the Saliba thing. They changed the rule. It's not it's not fouling the last man. It's taking away a clear scoring opportunity. That's a direct card. So I'm not sure if it's a red card according to the rule. I think it happened on the middle of the pitch. They had Ben White on the left side. He could have solved the situation. So I'm not quite sure if it was a red, but okay, that's another discussion. If I want to go back to the game, we talked a little bit about the momentum of the game, and the first half was not good. But as you see here, this is the momentum of the game. The first, I would say, 20 minutes belonged to Brentford, and we were in control of the ball. We created some half chances, some decent chances, up until they scored on the corner kick right before halftime. But when we came out the second half, we dominated mostly the whole 45 minutes of the game. They had a couple of chances, but there was nothing, I would say. So in a way, this tells a little bit about the game. But I agree with you, the intensity, the aggression wasn't there in the first half. I just want to go to this to explain a little bit when it comes to what really happened, because when they tried to play out from the back, they obviously split their center backs, as I said, and we have to go man to man in every position. The problem was they had Damsgaard, and he was dropping down, and Evans is not that type of center back to follow the number 9 or number 10 all the way down. So Evans was basically stopping around here. So Damsgaard was free. So Casemiro had to block him, or had to have 2 guys. So it was difficult. So because when let me go back a little bit. What we are trying to do when we press with 2, we try to cut the pitch into half. We try to cut it like this and press in just one area. So Bruno, for example, comes in and press the goalkeeper from this side to cut him off. So we have only half of the pitch to press on. But what really happened then was Damsgaard dropping down. And when Damsgaard was receiving the ball, Collins was free on this side. So they played out in an easy triangle, and then Collins could move the ball upwards, and they were in control. So it happened again and again. We adjusted ourselves a little bit, so it was more of a mid block, and they couldn't dominate us as much, and we were more aggressive. So it was better after 20 to 25 minutes, I must say. Another thing, when we were playing out from the back, we actually did the same. We split the center backs, and we utilized Onana much more in the build-up play. We had Casemiro dropping down. Eriksen was also the number 8. They did the same. They were pressing with Nørgaard. They were pressing with Jantnell. And what happened? Bruno dropped down into the area and received the ball. So we might think that Bruno played as a number 8, but he didn't. He played as a number 10, but he was dropping down all the time to receive the ball. So I would say Bruno was brilliant. Bruno's average position was more like here. He was more like a left-sided number 10. And why Rashford played as good as he did this game, he played as a right-sided number 10. He didn't play as a winger, as we have used to see. Because when we were, we tried to play it out with 2 and Onana, and we also played out with 3, with Martinez, Evans in the middle, and the Ligt on the right. And when we did this, we had this formation like this, and it was hard for them to know who to block, because we had two number 10s and Bruno dropping down all the time, and it was very successful, I would say. So, and we have, of course, the maestro himself.
That was the only thing I would say. Rashford was taking up positions on the right-hand side. Yes, he changed when Zerski came on. He changed positionally, and at times he was ending up even in the same attacking side as Garnacho. But in the first
they
half,
were switching sides. But as you see, this is our front 4, and Dallo was on the outside on the line. So Rashford has had one guy on the outside. We know he likes to play with Luke Shaw because of the overlapping, but now he had Dalot coming on the outside all the time, creating space because Dalot was occupying Ayer. So it was difficult for Brentford what to do with Rashford. They need to use Lewis Potter or, and they create the space more for Casemiro and they create the space for Eriksen. So there was a lot of things going on the pitch tactically tonight. And I would say the setup was very good. So kudos to Ten Hag for this setup, I would say.
Do you think that Thomas Frank reacted?
Yeah, he reacted a little bit. So we saw more of long passes from Onana because he was playing more compact with the wingers and occupied the central area, so we couldn't be as good as we were in the beginning. I would say from 45 to 75 minutes of the game, and it was more compact, and we started hoofing it more long from Onana. So yeah, Thomas Frank reacted in a way, but then it was too late. We had already scored 2 goals, so. I'm not super impressed by Thomas Frank in this game. It was a fairly easy setup, and he did the same as we did. So it was what it was. And I would almost say that Eriksen is vital into this. He makes everything tick. He plays easy balls all the time. If you look at both of the goals, Eriksen is the third last guy on the ball before we score a goal. And this is Eriksen. He doesn't do anything spectacular. He just makes everything tick. And for me, yeah, he has a pass completion of 95%. And for me, Eriksen is kind of the brain in this team. So for me, he was my man of the match.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, he definitely, out of the 2 midfielders, he was by far the better player out of the other 2. Well, the Bruno dropping into positions in this game was interesting, but yeah, by far on the ball, he was our best player. On the ball, him and Rashford
on the ball, yes,
were really good and consistent on the ball. They weren't wasting passes or balls. I don't like it when Onana kicks it long. He needs to stop giving possession back to Brentford and kicking it long. Yeah, no, listen, I'll just say this. The way Brentford play at home and the way they play away is like day and night. I'm telling you now, people. Even in terms of intensity, the way they play at their ground, the way they play away, and this has been continuing from last season. So this is what they are. He can't fix it. He can't. I think he's trying so many different things. I did like his substitutions. I thought his substitution kind of, we got ahead of ourselves after we scored the second goal. And I thought he made the subs and it still halted us, kind of controlled us a little bit. Some of the substitutions that he brought onto the pitch. Wissa is a big player for them. I think they definitely missed him and he's been out for a couple of games. But at the end of the day, he's dealt with the hand that he's dealt with. And Manchester United have got a way better players than Brentford. Let's be real. Half of Denmark team was on that pitch. You know what I mean? People don't know, other than Umbermo or Wissa, what are the household and
Do you know, bro? I tell you, I was sat next to an American guy from Dallas and a Danish guy with his 2 children to my right. I was impressed with this guy called Damsgaard today.
Yeah,
I liked. Yeah, he was.
He's their best player. You watched the preview last night. We pointed him out. He was their best player.
Do you guys know that in Denmark they call him the young Eriksen?
Yeah,
Damsgaard.
Yeah, he was the bright spark for them. Wasn't afraid to play. Good link-up play.
He's their captain.
Tidy. Good player.
He's their captain. Yeah, he's their captain, and we pointed out last night. He's actually been one of the key players in their home form this season. The key players in their home form. He's been brilliant. But it was so funny. We got into the stadium a bit late, and straight away I was like, 0-0. They didn't score in the first 20 seconds or the first minute. We escaped that. We stopped them scoring from the first minute. But Nura, I sent you a DM on Twitter about the Irish Assembly regarding the genocide. You might have sent already. Listen,
big up, Ben, man. I hope you're doing well. Big up Mubsy TV and General Wayne and Wendy Grant as well. Some great comments today.
Yeah, big up to them.
Yeah, man.
But Nuruddin, are you happy with Ten Hag reacting to Bruno's declining form? He took a choice and moved Bruno to the left of the pitch. We have been talking about this. Why? Everybody knows why. And we saw Bruno today. He had a much better game.
Honestly, I didn't see it, Jarvis. Other than the setup of the goal, I thought the flick was brilliant, was imaginative, and it was perfect. And it was a perfect kind of flick that just got to Rasmus. But in the game, other than that, yeah, he recovered a couple of balls at the back when they were breaking on us. I noticed that. He was way back there and he was trying to. But I still saw a lot of wayward. I saw wayward shots, wayward passes.
Yeah.
I definitely do think Eriksen covers up a lot of the deficiencies of both of them midfielders. Both of them. Because today, to be fair to Bombay, in the stadium, he was taking up positions much more in the central areas and then going to the right, you know, to whip the balls in sometimes and maybe going to the left as well sometimes. But to me, Bruno's still wasteful. Honestly, I'm not lying to you. In the stadium, Bombay will tell you the groans when he loses the ball or when he gives it away or when he shoots. It's like, what the hell? Like, the groans are loud and deafening in that. But I do think that obviously we were lacking a lot of confidence, and you can tell from the crowd as well today.
This is Bruno's heat, by the way.
Yeah, the crowd today. Yeah, you know what I mean by like here. He spent a lot of time here.
But you see, this is his main area of the game.
Yeah.
So it was like a left-sided number 10.
Yeah.
But he moved
in
around.
In the times where he was everywhere again. But some of the passes was too easy for him, and some of the shots that he took around here, I was just like, boy, oh boy, you know what? God help us. Some of the decision making, like that corner, the ball came from the corner. Eriksen whipped it in. The ball came to Bruno. He volleys it instead of sustaining the attack, giving it back to him. He just hits this like 1 in a trillion shot. Like, you're not going to score from there on that. You're not that guy. Big up. It's a trick question. How many packs of Wrigley's chewing gum does a Thomas Wang chew over one game? I don't know. But you know what? I'd rather that he does that than smoke. Like, obviously, back in the day, managers used to smoke, and then they weren't allowed to smoke anymore on a touchline. Fergie and that. I think, who else? Ancelotti was one. Was Lippi, Marcello Lippi. Remember, Jarvis?
I remember.
Yeah.
You remember
Sorry,
Otmar
Jennifer?
Hitzfeld, the German
God.
coach? I think he was a big smoker at this
But
time.
to me,
And,
the big manager.
and the Italian guy.
Marcello
his name?
Lippi. Ancelotti
Yeah.
and Marcello Lippi. Lippi was the guy that constantly like that. He would literally like. Back in the day, people, the FIFA generation.
Maurizio Sarri, as Sheikh Ariam, big up yourself, is saying he's another character.
Yeah, he would definitely be vaping now if they'd be allowed vaping in the stadium.
They have these things like chewing gums, but they're cigarettes.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
popular
Big up,
in your part of the world, Jarvis. Now they're popular here.
Listen,
Come
big
in
up to
tens.
Yusuf, the kid I met from Kuwait. I met a kid from Kuwait in the stadium. Big up Yusuf.
Yeah.
Big up to Yusuf, man. Bruno didn't have a good game. Bruno fans are clueless about the roles of one assist.
No, come on, man. That's a bit heavy there, Mr. MB.
He's a player out in the summer. Well, that's people's opinions, man.
Yeah.
Bruno opening up for Rasmus was orgasmic. Yeah, he was a really good goal. Good goal. He got a proper jaw out that Frank. Maurizio Sarri, yeah, definitely. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I'm just glad that this weekend I don't have any stress and I have to do videos and anything like that. Tomorrow I can relax and just watch football. I like watch match of the day tonight. Enjoy the 2 goals. To me, they're by far the 2 best goals we've scored this season. They're by far the best 2 goals we've scored this season. And Garnacho, for me, for defensively, because we've absolutely battered him on here. But I thought Rashford defensively was fantastic today. And honestly, like you said, and you notice it in the stadium, soon as Diego Dalot went up the pitch and we lost the ball, Rashford is sprinting back to get into the right back position and keeping the shape. So for that, for me, he gets man of the match for me because he had an assist and he also defensively he was good. He won a 50-50. When was the last time Rashford won a fucking 50-50? And I think he did it twice, not just once, twice. Remember, he used to jump out the way. Do you remember? He used to go like that, half-heartedly go like that. But today, somebody said in the comments that he was like a man possessed. Yes.
Yeah.
Question. So what happened to Sheffield yesterday? We can't even be letting those Leeds bastards get back in the Prem. Yeah, Tom, what's going on? I'm in your control of Sheffield. You are the mayor of Sheffield. You are the boss of Sheffield, the Stowe Seven Hills. What the hell are you doing letting those Leeds bastards win? Hey, Tommy? Hey, talk to me.
As if I give a fuck about Leeds. Listen, yeah, bring them up here, mate. We play cricket when they come up here. We fucking put 6 past them, or we put 4 past them. So yeah, by all means, we'll bring them back up here. We'll have a cricket game again. It's not a problem. I couldn't give a shit about it.
Leeds are falling apart.
Oh yeah.
Leeds are falling
apart.
But to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. When we smashed them, the second time with Greenwood and all of them, when we smashed them,
yeah.
I remember the whole of the stadium singing Leeds are falling apart. It's one of the best days walking back.
Oh yeah, that was 5-1, wasn't it? I think that was the opening day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did McTominay score in that one?
No, that was the.
No, that was the lockdown one. That was the
lockdown.
Lockdown was 6-2, wasn't it? With McTominay 2 goals, and then Fernandes, Greenwood, and I can't remember who scored in the 5-1 one, but that was the start.
Listen, Tom, while we're with you, and let's talk about your man of the match. Jarvis's was Eriksen, mine is Rashford. What's yours? Let's go and then boom by you. Think about your man of the match.
First, I'm going to go a bit more left field, guys. I thought Ligt was quite good today.
Yeah.
Solid at the back. He played on through adversity. Even with ambition, guys. Like from what I saw as a centre half, I want commitment, I want passion, I want desire. When he won the ball back, he won the ball like on the halfway line in like a right back sort of position off from Bruno, and he went straight through him and he won the ball. It ricocheted off and it went to, I think it was Eriksen. But what normal centre backs are told, modern wise anyway, is you hold your position and you hold on the halfway line. He didn't do that. He ran for adversity, and it's the first time I've ever seen a centre half for us go forward. He ran forward on that right hand side, and he did that sort of madman run. He put a ball in the box, guys, and Garnacho, he probably should have done better with the chance that he got. He was on the edge of the 18-yard box. He probably should have got a better shot away than straight at the goalkeeper. But if I'm talking about adversity, character, and leadership, in particular, is what I think we've bought Ligt for. I've said this. I've used this comparison before. When he went to Juventus, he walked into when he was a captain at Ajax, and he was that leadership figure. He walked into Juventus, where you have leaders and proven serial winners like Chiellini and Bonucci and Buffon. What the fucking hell are you going to lead over in that dressing room? You're not going to take over that dressing room and be a voice or be a leader over there. You're not. Bayern Munich's the exact same. You walk to an environment where you've had serial winners like Kimmich, Neuer, Müller. I could name a couple more. That's exactly the same environment. At Man United, when you come here, I can't name 4 or 5 leaders in our squad. So he has a place within this squad, and we need characters. We need people with a bit of spite and a bit of bite. And something, he does bring that warrior mentality for me. And I do like the Martinez and Ligt partnership. And I said this before, even Ten Hag ripped them apart at Villa. I don't necessarily think that they aren't used to one another's styles or anything. Listen, Ligt's new to the league and Martinez hasn't played a full season. I mean, has he even ever completed a full season for his guys and stayed fit for a full season? I don't think he has he? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he stayed fit for the first season because he got the injury against Sevilla. Then we know about what happened last season as well, where he, irritated it again. And then at the start of this season, he's played a couple of games and he obviously missed. I can't remember which one he missed anyway. I think he missed one of them through injury. But look, at the end of the day, a partnership's, blossoming between the two of them. But, prayers and everything go to Mazraoui and everything. And I hope he's okay following on from the surgery. And hopefully we can have a bit more of a consistent back four at this time because shitbag Luke ain't coming back anytime soon. Malacia, again, I'm fed up with even asking the question, guys, about where he is or where he's gone. To be honest, I forgot he's even a Manchester United player. Like I said, shitbag Lou, you know, he can turn up for England and play a Euros final, but he can't get himself in shape and get properly fit to play for Man United. Sums up where his head's at and where his mind's at really with his career. He couldn't give a fuck about Man United. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Worry mentality of players. Is Luke Shaw really one of those worry mentality players, guys? Not for me. Not for me. If we're basing it off of what we've got right now, I think Delo even at left back, guys, I don't see how Shaw will get back in his team. I don't. And if he wants to get back in his team, you're going to have to fucking fight. But the fact of it, guys, anyway, I like Dillett as that mentality warrior at the back. And listen, he needs a bit more time to adapt and adjust to this league. I'm not going to discredit the guy. You know, whether Ten Hag can go on a bit of a run now or not and get this team playing week in, week out or not, or if the inevitable, like a lot or most of us think anyway, that he might not see the end of the season. If a new manager comes in and works with Dillett, I think they'd like him as a player. He's the sort of player that you want. Hard, strong, tenacity, aggressive sort of player. And you need that one player who's maybe a bit more calm, a bit more measured and controlled. And Martinez has that bite to him, but he's a lot more controlled than I think a lot of people give him in discipline-wise when he is on form and he is fit. And Dillett is almost like that perfect dance partner that you need at the side of you. But I need to see them consistently play week in, week out, guys. So that's why I'm saying when we go to, say, Fenerbahce, I can't be seeing Johnny Evans or Maguire coming back in this team. I want to see consistency.
Are you seriously benching Johnny Evans? He's been massive.
Of course I am.
He can't play.
He can't play, Jarvis. I think people forget this. Yeah, he has a good 2 games or whatever, like he had against Aston Villa.
Jarvis, there's no way.
He's 37, mate. You're going to kill the guy.
Way Manchester United
he's been our best centre back this season by far. That's the thing.
Yeah, but if we're basing it off of the actual context of it, he's 37. The medical team already advised us that he's not going to be able to play a full season anyway. He's already supposedly played more than he was actually capable of doing so last season when he actually needed to. And if we're looking at it anyway, there's going to be that one game, Jarvis, where he's just going to have an absolute nightmare. A player's going to absolutely turn him inside and out, and he'll be absolutely ruined. And for what we all give him his praise and that, for what he does at the age that he's at right now, fair enough. But let's put it all like this, guys. If we had everybody fully fit at the back, I'm sorry, Johnny Evans would probably be the last person I'd bring off the bench if we had everybody fully fit. Because Maguire, a lot of people would say he's in front of him. I don't know about Lindelof. He might get in front of Lindelof. I'll give him that. Or on par with Lindelof.
I agree.
But apart from that, we all want to see Martinez and Ligt play together. That's the partnership that we've bought. We've invested our faith into. And, you know, Ineos and, Ten Hag's invested their faith in that partnership working. So, listen, Johnny Evans he's not even supposed to be here. We gave him a contract and said, you can come here for 4 weeks, stay fit, Johnny. Johnny, you're a red and everything, and that you can find a club in the Championship or whatever. He wasn't even supposed to be here. So listen, at the end of the day, if I'm going to be honest about it, I'd like to see the guy walk away in the summer, go and take a coaching role, or go and do a role with Northern Irish Football Federation, or take up a role in English football and go and do your coaching badges. I think he's done a couple of them anyway at lower level, but he needs to get his pro license if he wants to go on and coach at the biggest level.
He's not the future. He's not the future. Johnny Evans is not sustainable player to keep playing. But big up, Sean. Listen, before I get bumped by it and lesser man of the match, Sean, big up to you. Welcome, Manchester United one. I'm sure you've been texting your dad and your brother. Dunked on Arsenal.
Yeah, dunking on my group chat. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of other guys, Arsenal fans. And it's a great day. United won, Arsenal lost. Thomas Frank failed his job interview. Woefully, if you ask me.
He did.
Yeah, he failed it now. Yeah, so it was a good game, right? I couldn't ask for more from this team. From Ten Hag, from the team, I can't ask for more. I know people are going to want to make it seem like it's just Brentford, right? But prior to this game, Brentford was considered a better team, and Thomas Frank was considered a better manager. So it can't be just Brentford. The better team won today. They were outplayed, outclassed, outfought. I don't buy this whole first half second half narrative that people are trying to push as well. Brentford are a good top half Premier League team. It should be expected that they would have moments of dominance in the game. And you cannot ask United to dominate the game from start to finish. So we did what we needed to do. We held through Brentford's most dangerous period, and we turned it around in the second half. And I could not ask for more. The difference between today and a couple of other games this season is that our strikers were clinical, and we took our chances. So I think it was all positives for me from today, all positives, and hopefully they take like not just the win today, but the feeling that they get from being able to fight back, come from behind, being able to get over adversity. That feeling, hopefully, I think can push them into the coming weeks. But yeah, I'm man of the match. I'll just say it's Ligt now. There's no question. It has to be Ligt. Willing to bleed like that for the team. He's immediately a hero.
A question, Nuruddin. What do you think about
let me just reply to Sean, please,
Yeah.
and I'll try to keep my voice. Sean, you're a bit too fucking giddy for my liking. You need to calm the fuck down. Their away record, Brentford's away record from last season.
Yeah, of course.
They played
anybody we beat if they're bad, right? Yes, it's the same thing that happened to Aston Villa. Prior to the game, they had just beat Bayern. They were a terrible team, and now,
Sean, you need to rest yourself. You said your piece. Let me come back. They played last season. Their away record was disturbing. That's why they were in a relegation battle for some parts of it, because they also had dreadful injuries, right? Last season. This season, they played 4 games away from home. They lost all 4, if I'm mistaken, right? They played all their other home games, 3 home games. They won all their home games. So their record is clear. He can't be able to get them to function better. The form at home, the form away from home is like day and night. So let's not gaslight the fan base here. The first half was a fucking ball.
I think you're the one that's gaslighting the fan base now.
Let me finish.
By pretending like this victory was inevitable.
Sean, you can come back, right? Let me just finish the sentence. The second half, as I told the people here, watch it again. Intensity, in terms of body language, in terms of tempo, in terms of like the fans, the stadium bringing, and what I constantly talk about and say, the players and the manager have to show something to the fans to get behind. And in the second half, they did that. They did that in the second half. And for a space of 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it was very difficult for Brentford. We made it really difficult, and we were creating chance after chance, and we got the second goal, which for me was one of the best goals United have scored in the last year or so. For me, the pass and the tempo of the pass from Eriksen, the little trick by Bruno, the death finish by Rasmus Højlund was superb. So we put it in context. There is context to this. First half, we were shit in the first 25 minutes. We were not even there 10 minutes. I asked the guy next to me, I said, what did we miss? He was like, Brentford have had the fucking ball and we can't press the fuck. Our press was shadow pressing. So I sat there for 2 minutes. By the time we got to 12 minutes, we're still doing this shadow fucking pressing.
I think that was
they're playing out.
Right?
Let me finish. They're playing out comfortably and nothing's happening in the game, right? Then we huffed and puffed. Garnacho was our best player who had the best chances. His decision making is shocking, right? Times where he should have passed, he was shooting. Times where he should have shot, he was passing. So that's it. They score. The Ligt goes off the pitch. They score. Second half, United come out. First 25 minutes, 30 minutes, we were superb. The last bit of the game petered out. So let's not get too fucking overexcited.
Yeah, I just disagree entirely. Yesterday, Tom was asking for Ten Hag to try something different. I think clearly the coaching staff is trying something different with the way we press, right? So we started the game with what I would call a mid-block. We defending like a 4-4-2, in the mid-block, and we kind of conceded the space and possession to Brentford, I think deliberately. I'm fine with that. Like we all said that Brentford are a dangerous team who often score quickly in the first half. And now we're criticizing Ten Hag for taking precautions, criticizing the team for taking precautions early in the game to protect themselves from conceding early. Which is it, right? And I think the reason why I'm the way I am is that Ten Hag can win. So all he has to do really is win, deliver 3 points, because either way, heads he's wrong, tails he's wrong. You know, so if you come into this game afraid of Brentford, when we win, it turns out to be, you know, eventually. And now you want to make it seem like we're only good for 25 minutes. I just don't agree. I think this was a solid game from start to finish. Brentford really didn't have anything to offer, and the better team won, like all across the board. The better team won today. I'm not accepting this type of like, you know, you want a haircut. We're good for 20 minutes. No, we're better from start to finish. And we deserve to win.
Listen, let's wait and see. We've got another couple of games. Missy,
Let me-
this is the.
listen,
This is,
let me-
quickly, Dino, one quick.
Let me read the match stats for him, right? Manchester United had 23 shots, 11 shots on target. No, 11 shots on target, 6 off target, right? So some of the shots were even blocked and 6 were blocked, right? They had 8 shots on goal, 2 on target, and 4 off target, and 2 were blocked, right?
So we had basically double.
Aerial duels, United won 23, they won 18. Fouls, 5-4. Corners, we had 9, they had 2. Yes, we were controlling the game. They didn't create that much.
Seems pretty comprehensive to me.
Listen to me. Let's not get carried away here, right? There was nothing in that game that deep down makes me think, oh, this is going to be sustainable. There isn't anything clearly for me. There was zero.
Let's see. See, the problem is we play well today. Yeah?
It was a team. Listen, let me finish. It was a team. You can tell a team who's shit away from home, who can't fucking hit a barn door away from home, and a team who was low on confidence. And the first half, it was a drab. We served up fucking drab. Nothing happened in that first half other than they scored from the corner. That is what happened in the first half. The second half, for the first 25, 30 minutes of that game, second half, we got grips of the game and we played with tempo. The body language was better. We scored 2 fantastic goals. And at the end, they were just making substitutions to try to not concede anymore. That's what they were doing. And they were still trying to play for free kicks and corners and stuff like that. That was it. There isn't anything I can take away from this game and go, you know what? I can see this blueprint working against Fenerbahce and West Ham next week and the next 4 or 5 games. This game was just, like I said, a team that's not won from home for a long time, right? We've not won at home long time since Fulham. We've not won a home game. Am I right?
No, but that's very convenient of you to say.
And then,
very convenient
and then Brentford.
There's nothing.
No, it's the truth. No, it's the truth. That's why.
No,
I don't know what game were you watching. Listen,
if I sit down and explain to you all the
Sean,
things that we saw,
Sean,
you would deny them.
Me and Bombay are in the stadium. We were watching the game. I don't know what American television does to the game. Listen to me. I don't know what American television does to the game. I don't know what it does. I don't know they go with pom-poms and Hollywood. I don't know if they're using kind of some sort of like AI to make the game more exciting on TV. I don't know what they're doing. But we were there in the stadium. The first half was a fucking ball, right? It was a ball. Other than Garnacho having a couple of shots in the game and where the decision making was shit. Second half, like I said, the body language, the energy, the tempo of the passing, all of that came. The goal came straight away. The crowd were up. The Old Trafford crowd was up. We were attacking them, chance after chance, chance after chance. We broke their defensive rhythm, actually, right? Because they like to be set. They like to play to compact kind of. Other than their midfield, their defense was getting stretched right, left, and center. We kept switching the play from left to right. We were doing that, right? The passing, the accuracy.
No, but you're describing basic stuff.
The second half changed, and that's what it was.
Stuff.
And Manchester United under Erik ten Hag in the last year and a fucking 3 months have shown me nothing to tell me that we only play for half an hour in games, 40 minutes in games, 1 half in games, 50 minutes in games. We've not done from minute 1 to minute 95.
No, but thankfully, you're just one person, right? You're not the standard for the game.
No, that's not just one person. Everybody on this panel knows what I'm talking about.
No, okay, Boomer, please tell me if you agree with Nuruddin's description of this game.
Well, Sean, I love your energy tonight, and the way you came was you didn't let off shots, you let an RPG off. But the first half, I was getting acquainted with a Danish guy and his 2 sons and an Asian guy from Dallas, Texas. It was not much happened, bro, the first half. Let me be honest with you. And we missed the first 10 minutes. And I said to the guy, what we missed, exactly like Dino, old guy. He said, same old shit. Second half, yeah, things really, the stadium came alive. At first half, Sean, honestly, it was
No,
just chill.
but Bumaye, do you acknowledge
Do
any?
you know what I mean?
Because I'm pointing out that I think yesterday was, like I was saying, Tom was asking for something different. I saw Ten Hag, and the management and the coaching staff, they're trying something different with the way we defend off the ball. Instead of the headless chicken press, now we're pressing with a 4-4-2 system, right? Where today I think it was Rashford and Højlund, or Rashford and Bruno, and they were swapping sometimes. Basically, Bruno sometimes was on the left and sometimes on the right. Maybe they need to get
we have
better.
given up on the inverted fullback. It's not happening anymore.
Right, and maybe the game model needs to incorporate this type of approach where we start the game, more conservatively, and towards the second half we now unleash our inverted fullbacks and all that kind of stuff instead of starting strong and finishing weak. Maybe this is what they need to do, but you can't sit here and tell me that you're not seeing anything, right? Like today when I think Martinez played well. When Bruno played better than he had played previously, Rashford played well, Garnacho played well. You could see all the signs of what, on a different day, when these same players are putting in 2 over 10 performances, right? The game looks entirely differently. But when the players apply themselves, when they apply themselves to the instructions they've been given, the outcome looks different. It looks like what we've seen today. And I don't appreciate like people trying to downplay Brentford as if we're not just here. 5 of us out of 6. We're not here yesterday on the call declaring Brentford the best thing since sliced bread. So that's the energy that I'm coming in. That we need to, I think, reevaluate the paradigms that we're coming into this game in, right? And I think it's worth having a conversation about Johnny Evans. It's worth having a conversation about the fact that Eriksen is our best midfielder, basically, and he's 30 something, or that Casemiro is playing such an integral role for us, right? But this is how we should be in a stable team, right? The youngsters like Ugarte and Kobe and all these other guys get slowly brought into the team because the older players are more reliable. That's how we should be, right? The way we have it now. But unfortunately, because the team has been in a terrible position, we're having to now rely on somebody that we just signed in the summer and expecting them to turn up. Now, if we can build a solid foundation, I don't care if it's with Johnny Evans, Casemiro, or whoever. If we can build a foundation, it will make it easier to bring in all these other individual pieces, basically, and to hide the fact that today, even though Bruno had a 6 over 10 game today, that went under the rug because everybody else, or enough players, had solid games, and that's how it's supposed to be. This league is not easy. Just go and ask Arsenal today at Bournemouth.
What I'd say,
I'll just
guys,
say
is
this one second, Bumaye.
we come on
Let me
here,
just
yeah,
reply.
Dino,
Let me just
and
reply
we
to
say
Bumaye, please.
this. Brian, give it, take a breather for a minute. This is gonna get, yeah. It's a good day. It's a good turnaround. It's positive. But what happens when we go to Fenerbahce and West Ham? That will tell us what this conversation really is today. Because the problem is, I've come on here. Jarvis has come on here recently as well. Sean, I'm sure you would have come on as well and said, you know what, today there was some good things like at Villa and stuff like that. But are we going to see any of that? Are we going to see any of that next week? And then you go to next week and everything's disappeared. So today, I don't want to. Yes, well done. It's positive. It's a good turnaround, but come on, we've got to keep this going. We've got to keep it improving. We've got to keep it moving because if, like Tom said, if it goes to Fenerbahce and we get Jose'd, and then we go to West Ham, who got licked today, I think 4-1 by Spurs at home, and we do a bag of shit, it's not worth talking about. I'm going to feel silly. We've got to move forward. We're 10th. It ain't good enough. Come on, keep, that's where this conversation, when you've had 4 or 5 nice wins on
We're
the bounce,
11th,
we're
by the
looking
way.
good.
11th.
Right, 11th.
Yeah, we're 11th. Not 10th,
Then
yeah.
I think I'm going to come with some different energy, and I'm thinking, now it's materializing. There's something to hold on to. Maybe even the guys in the comments, some of them will say, hang on a minute, looking all right, it's starting to click. But right now, we're still at this phase where Fenerbahce could be a loss, poor performance, maybe West Ham. Then we're like back in the doldrums thinking, what's this? So we've got to give it some time because we're old as fans. We've been very good fans and very patient. This is like year 11 and going into third year of Eric. Once we start to see couple, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, looking nice here. Then I'm going to come and say, hang on a minute, we need to hang on to Eric.
Give it time is different from Brentford were shit anyway, right? And there's nothing to see here, right? I think that those are two different sentiments.
But Sean, do you know Dino has given it the props? Everybody said it was a good turnaround, good things today. But I won't go too much more than that, only because it could just all blow up in a couple of days, and that's what keeps happening, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this.
I accept the qualification.
Right? Last night, what Sean needs to do is clean my ears are blocked, yeah? Sean, your ears must be blocked as well, bro. Because I said last night, they are dog shy away from home. I said they've got the worst away record.
Bro, the whole conversation was about whether or not Thomas Frank was doing an audition.
No, you're not
That was the
entire
conversation.
What time's match of the day?
Go and watch the game again last night. Go and watch it. And we said it there and then. That they've got their away record is dog shite, and their record is there. We bought it out. We even talked about it. Remember when I read the script yesterday night, Jarvis? Do you remember what we're saying about their away record? And
what was your prediction?
Manchester United.
What was your prediction going to?
And the last time they beat us, at home was 1937 during wartime.
What was your prediction coming into the game?
My prediction. I thought. Listen, my prediction.
Uncle Lesso.
My prediction, you know what? Because I can only go past what Manchester United have been doing.
Okay.
I said a score draw. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said a score draw would be, because that's what we've been serving up. Our home record has been fucking dog shite, mate. I don't know what games have you been fucking watching. Fucking FC fucking 20. They're not even worth 5 million or 10 million as a whole fucking squad. They came and fucking got a draw at Old Trafford. So what the fuck are you talking about, Sean?
Yeah, and so that means that, like,
revisionist historian. That's what you are.
That means I think you're the one revising that. You're the one who came into the game against Brentford talking about how good Brentford were, and now Brentford were bound to lose anyway, right? And it's the same thing that happened against Aston Villa. Aston Villa had just beaten Bayern Munich. They were the best team in the whole world.
About Brentford.
When they couldn't get the goal, they were tired.
Do you know one thing about Brentford? Brentford, whether they lose, whether they draw, whether they win, you see their team.
I understand.
Very much well structured, well coached, and with shit players. That's what the manager gets the best out of them. That's a fact. That is a fact. You can see exactly what they're going to do.
That's great. And you can see what United are going to do. If you're actually being honest, you can see what United are trying to do, right? And we saw it today. Thankfully, our players look sharper. They were more motivated. The luck fell on our side today, and you could see the thing successful, right? And that's the difference between excuses and results.
Sean, Sean, you have to understand the context. The stadium was uproar. Everybody was kicking off.
Of course, it's for every reason.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me give you some context. Let me give you some context here. Let me give you some context. The Ligt goal happens. The Ligt goes crazy. The whole stadium erupts. The referee's booed for the first time. Like, the whole stadium is booing the referee, calling him "you scouse bastard," shouting that at him, right? The referee goes up the pitch. The players come out with energy, like, to fight, and then the whole stadium erupts. And then that's it. The players then show, then the fan base gets behind him. That's what happened. That's the context in the second half. Right? Listen, we can talk about this all day and night. Manchester United win. I'm happy we won. 3 points. I thought we were 10th. I was happy. It was a mid-table, mediocre game in the first half. Second half, Manchester United took control. For 30 minutes, I thought we looked good. We looked really good attacking-wise. We scored 2 fantastic goals. The body language of players were great. Marcus Rashford, to me, he was my man of the match, because the way he defended today, even though we've been on here giving him flack about his pressing, about all this, that the fact that he's lazy, the fact that he jumps out of 50-50s, today he wanted it. I actually saw him twice win 50-50s. Twice he won 50-50 today. And he then kept running back and covering for Diego Dalot. But anyway, we can talk about this all day, people. United won. Half an hour for me in the game. The last 10 minutes I left, because that's when the substitutions, Brentford were making the substitutions. And that's where we had to get off. We missed the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. That's what we did. We got off after that. So at the end of the day, that's what it was. I didn't see anything in that game for me to go, you know what? Other than that, I hope that Rashford can carry on. I hope that Rasmus Højlund can get better holding the ball.
Other than the things
I hope
you're listing now
Garnacho.
that you
I
saw,
really
you didn't
hope,
see
and
anything.
I really hope somebody takes Garnacho and grabs him on Monday by the fucking ear and takes him to a fucking video room and shows him the decision making, and then takes him out on the fucking football pitch and says, you know, here, you pass there, you shoot there. Decision making. Because another game that could have cost us. That could have fucking cost us. But anyway,
these are all things that you're listing
big up.
that you saw.
Listen, big up to everybody. Love and light. Sean, you finish your last thing. Bombay, you can go and watch the man
I'm
of the
just
match.
saying that like these are
Right?
all things that you're
You
listing.
can finish. Jarvis, last words. Go ahead, Sean.
And I'm saying these are all things that you just listed. Rashford, Garnacho highlight, Højlund highlight. These are all things that you saw, right? And what I'm trying to encourage just, I can't imagine being a United player right now after the game that I had. And I go on YouTube and I turn to the fan channels, and what I'm hearing from all the fans and everybody who I think is supporting me is how we're shit anyway, and we're gonna lose the next game, and it's really a matter of time. And I'm saying my contribution to the discourse, right, would be to encourage these guys that, despite the fact that we all know that 11th is not good enough and is not where we should be, it was a good day. It was a good day today. Full stop. There's no need to qualify it with it was good, but it was good also. No, it was a good day today, and we go again next week because that's what we need to do.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We have talked about and covered everything about the game. I would say I'm impressed with a lot of things, and I'm happy that Ten Hag finally do something about what's haven't been working. It tells me that they're actually analyzing the games and doing something on the training pitch, moving Bruno on the left, Rashford a little bit more narrow. It's easier for him to defend, place him almost like a number 10. Bruno dropping down into the space. I think that's a brilliant move. I would like to see more of that. I think Rasmus, as Garnacho said in the interview, not Rasmus. I think he's doing well. His finish was brilliant. I haven't seen that kind of finish since I think Wayne Rooney used to do that little chip when he was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and I think he's doing well in training and actually picking up on things from Van Nistelrooy. That was a really good finish. You see top strikers trying this all the time, chipping the goalkeeper. They can't do it, but Rasmus did. So if he can show this type of form going forward, we actually have a striker who can score goals. What I didn't like, for example, when Xerxes came on, he's a big man, but he's bullied and he's a little bit sloppy on the ball. He lost the ball a couple of times, 2-3 times in easy positions when he should have kept possession. So he needs to come on and be an impact player. He can't come in from the bench and try to play himself into United and doing it that way. So there's a lot of things to improve. And last of all, I want to say I agree a little bit with what Nuruddin is saying. This is Brentford. The level is not there. I think this was an easier game than that I expected. They are not really good. I want to see more of this, but I want to see it against better opposition. And if we can recreate what we did today against better position, I will say that we are going somewhere and we are going onwards and upwards, but not until I have seen it against better opposition. Yeah. Bombaye.
Yeah, I think I echo some of what you're saying. I want to see us continue this type of thing for an extended period of time in a game. There have been good things, but we need to take them all and put them together and start to roll them out more frequently over the coming weeks. That I think will be where I feel things are really starting to change. But today, yeah, there was good things, and I just want to finish by saying, if anybody hasn't seen the Benny McCarthy interview, it's a good one. I was listening to it just before I came on here, and he speaks quite openly and candidly about things at Manchester United and what Erik ten Hag well, his tenure and what he's doing.
Speaks highly of Ten Hag as well.
He does, and like us though, he's just not sure why what he sees in training is not translating over to the pitch, because what he's seen in training, and Benny McCarthy's a Champions League and I think winner. Did he win the Champions League with Jose? He did. And he
Yes,
won.
yes, with
yeah.
Porto. With Porto,
he's
Yeah.
and he touches on Jose and stuff. It's a really, really nice interview, and he's a really nice guy. The way he speaks, I liked him quite a bit.
Mumbai, you need to watch the other interview or the clips from the other interview where he also says Erik ten Hag does not take the players with him. He doesn't. The players never feel connected to him. He can never take the players with him. He's quite distant from the players, and he says in modern day football, you need to take the players with you. He says that. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to
well,
say
yeah. I mean, it's watch it, see what you guys make of it. It's a really good one. He's not just blowing smoke up the guy's ass, because there is the reality that we are 11th and it's not quite going there. So what he's saying makes you feel like, okay, why then? He asked the same question. Why is it not translating? It's there, but it's just not translating. And like you say, maybe it is, a disconnect with the players. I remember, I think it was Wendy and a couple of other guys in the chat in weeks gone by that said we feel sometimes that maybe he's not the general that they're prepared to go for. He's not like how Jose used to make you want to die for him. He makes you believe in it, and he'd make Etu play right wing and shit like that. Eric, maybe he's not got that kind of interpersonal effect with his employees, let's call it. They don't believe in it and they're not translating it. So there is something wrong, but it's still definitely worth a watch. Other than that, man, I just want to sign out by saying God bless Palestine and Lebanon and every oppressed people, man. This world has kind of really lost its way, and might seems to be right. And the people of America and England and Germany and France are not represented by their governments. Their taxes are taken and they're given for fueling of planes and weapons. Billions of pounds are being sent over, and they're just killing and massacring children. You've seen the images. I felt sick. Dino told me to come on yesterday. I'd spent an hour on Facebook, which was probably a bad idea. And I couldn't understand what I was watching and how this is possible. Do you know what I mean? I said, I just can't come on, Dino. I don't know. I'm lost for words here. I'm sorry, man. So that's the most important thing there. But other than that, Dino, thank you for an amazing day. It was a beautiful weather. Those seats were great. It looked like we were heading for an absolute pile of shite. And then the gods came through, the sun shone, and we've got it this week. Let's see what happens in a few days.
You gotta go to every game now. Every single game now. You have to go.
Listen, I don't think I can do that, man. The seating there is pretty tight. I'm not I'm not a rake myself, and I had two big lads either side of me, so my back is hurting now. All in the name of commerce.
honestly, if some of you would see the seats that they made in Old Trafford, it's like they're made for little babies. Honestly,
Swear down, man. You're like an inch
Go ahead,
between
let's
your
go.
face and the
I mean,
guy
but
who's letting
you
you
guys
pass.
are like 6'5", 6'4"
Yeah.
6'4"
Go ahead,
now,
let's
right?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I had the outside seat today, so my legs were all in the aisle. Go ahead,
Nice.
let's go. Last word of the show.
Yeah, man. I think I'll echo a lot of what the panel said. Besides the result, in fact, the result has been good. We still need to improve. I'll always say that. I guess it's the way we are. I just think that we can be better than what we've been showing. So, I do want a more, controlled first half and second half. You give yourself a chance when you actually have a grasp of the game in both halves and somewhat to some degree. So, you never let the opposition gain momentum or get this belief that they can beat you. And that's why I think that's the reason why we haven't really won many games, and we've lost them, because we've gave the opposition the belief from the get-go. Your opposition teams used to feel defeated before they even stepped on the pitch at Old Trafford, when we were growing up. So we don't have that anymore, and that's what I would like us to get back to. Overall, yes, 3 points. We moved to 11th, still bottom half, fortunately. Still not good enough in terms of the position on the log. But if we can take this and apply it, or even better it, and hopefully it yields better results in the upcoming games, then yeah, I think we can start seeing, or making a better conclusion on everything, and then and say that we're heading in the right path. But until that happens, I can only celebrate this game. I can only go by what I've seen in this game, and I can't say that next game this is what we're gonna do, because we haven't seen it yet. So I'll be basing it on basically hope and not on what I've actually seen. So I want to see this consistently. Then I can make a proper judgment on that. I can't go off one game, and that's just me betraying myself as well. Insulting my own intelligence. But yes, Erik ten Hag changed things a little bit, and yeah, the 4-4-2. I did say that it would work if we actually countered them if we actually let them have the ball more, essentially, in the first half a little bit. And Brentford are a one-half team, like I've said consistently. They've started off well. That's why they've scored more goals in the first half than in any half, and they've only conceded 2. So they're good at starting games. So I think we took that into consideration going into this game, and it worked for us. We knew they're gonna ban out in the second half, and what also fueled us, I think, is obviously the whole goal, how it happened. I think before that they didn't really cause that much trouble, and I think that's the only way they're gonna score goal. So that actually fueled us in the second half. We started off the second half the way we should have, and we put the game to bed. As soon as we got the second goal, I think it was lights out for them. We knew very well they were not going to do anything beyond that after that. But yeah, 3 points and we move, guys, and let's just hope for better in the next game. I don't want to be beaten by Mourinho as well. So to keep our Champions League place alive, next season, because we really desperately need it for the next transfer window in the summer. So yeah.
I don't mind if Mourinho dicks us. I love Jose.
Well, that's you, innit?
Come on.
Yeah. I don't love him that much.
Listen, I just say big up to the Palestinians for suffering a genocide on 4K. It's the only genocide in the world where the people who are suffering it are filming themselves and the rest of the world is watching, while the Western countries are aiding and abetting and supporting and funding. Yeah. And shout out to the people of Lebanon, fighting against imperialism and invasion and colonization, same as the Palestinians. Shout out to the people of Sudan, the Congo, Tigray, Ogaden, wherever, Haiti, Haitian people getting discriminated against. So wherever people are in the world, whether it's their gender, their orientation, their ethnicity, their religion, their color, it don't matter, man. We stand in total solidarity with those people. But boy, oh boy, it's not just Netanyahu. That country's brainwashed its citizens, its soldiers, into really enacting evil acts. It's a conditioning. It's the brain. It's the way that they've settled a colonial states, ethno-national states. That's what they're about, their brutality. And you see the countries who are supporting it. It's the countries who also have been part of the genocidal, imperialist and colonial adventures in the past and still to this day. So solidarity and love to the Palestinians who are getting genocided. And if you're any superstar, any singer, film star, whatever, who are sticking their neck out. If you're an athlete, sticking your neck out, big up to you. For the rest of you, you're nothing but two-bit fucking cowards. Fuck you. Fuck you and your racism. Because it's purely racism. That's what it is. Purely racism. The life of a Muslim person in this world is not worth shit. The life of a black person is not worth shit. We can cope with those things. But specifically the Palestinians. Because that's what Zionism is. Zionism is a fucking death cult. It's a fucking death cult. So fuck you and every other fucking Zionist defenders on this fucking earth. I hope you all burn in fucking hell.
Oh, no.
Yeah? We keep it 100% on this channel. We don't give a fuck if we're shadow banned. We don't give a fuck about that. We always shout for humanity. And the pictures that are coming out week on for a year, every week, every day, that whether they're burning people alive, whether they're shooting children in the head, whether their children's body parts are coming out, whether they're droning children. This is all you can do, you fucking cowards. Most of your soldiers wear nappies. A friend of mine was telling me in Israel, elderly, old people, nappies have run out. Adult, elderly, senior nappies. Some of the elderly people who have sort of medical conditions, they need nappies towards the end of their life. Well, they've run out because their soldiers are wearing them. That's what they're known for. If you wanna go do something, come down on the floor. Come down on the fucking floor. So solidarity with the Lebanese, with the fucking Palestinians who are suffering the brunt of this evil that's known as Zionism, supremacy. Fuck them. And fuck anybody who fucking supports them. Fuck the Glazers while we're there as well. And Jim the fucking rat. Sort out the fucking seating. I can't even sit. I'm 6'4". I can't fit in between two shitty fucking little red chairs. Give me fucking some leg room.
Big up, guys.
Yeah? So big up. Love and light, people. Big up, Tom. Big up to Sean. Make sure you check out Sean at Sean Thomas, the United Agenda. There you go. Go and check out your agenda. There you go. I think you might have some your agenda. Okay. But go and check out the podcast, How We See Things, across all platforms. Jarvis Cocker Bowley 77 at Twitter. And then Bumbaye, never seen on social media. Lesser Football is Black Rain. Tom Journalist 1. Make sure you check out Jarvis Cocker, Tom, and Pape and Stuart on Mondays, 2-hour show on YouTube. Jarvis Corner. Love and light, people. And big up to everybody out there. Keep the solidarity going. Fuck fucking Zionism. We sign out with that. Love and the solidarity, and our hearts go to the Palestinians. The most dignified people in this world. The most dignified people in this world who are getting pummeled right now. But they're still fucking, some of them have got the smile on their faces. They refuse to fucking die. You've got to kill every one of them to take the fucking land. Fuck you, you fucking Zionist. Peace, love, light. Look after each other. More love, more compassion in this world. We're never going to be silent while you do what you do, you evil fuckers. Love, people. Peace.
Bless you, bro. Good night, everybody.
Peace.